Based on the way particles are arranged inside, matter can be classified into solids, liquids, and gases. Solids have their own shape. In other words, if you place a solid in a beaker, say cubes like this, or a flask or a container, these cubes will just stay like this. Okay, they have their own shapes. Crystals have their own shapes. Individual molecules, right, put together to form a solid, their own shape. Okay. Whereas if you take a liquid and put it into the container, it will spread in the container. Right? It will spread like this. Okay. So liquid takes the shape of the container. Okay. What about gas? If you place the gas inside this, you have to make sure you put a stopper on the container so the gas doesn't escape out of the container. Why? Because solids have their own volume and shape, liquids have their own volume but take the shape of the container, gases take the volume of the container because they spread throughout the container, they also take the shape of the container. Okay, why is that happening? Because there is a lot of movement of molecules in gases. There is a lot of movement in the molecules. Okay, so they move around and they don't stay at the bottom of the container but they move. And the distance between one molecule and another is very, very high. Now the distance between one molecule and another in liquid is lower than that of gases. So they comparatively stay together. They don't move away from each other to a certain extent. Okay. Now the arrangement of molecules in solids is a lot more rigid. The movement of particles is not really high. The volume, the distance between one molecule and another or distance between one atom and another is really small. So solids, their own shape, their own volume, and distance between molecules and atoms less, or intermolecular distance. Okay, intermolecular or interatomic. Intermolecular distance is less. Liquids, they have their own volume. Intermolecular distance higher than solids. Gases have intermolecular distances very, very high. Intermolecular distance high. In other words, one molecule is very far away from another molecule and they don't have their own volume or shape. Okay, these properties, the shape, the volume, the distance in between molecules, all that will form a basis for the properties of the substances that we will talk about or that we will discuss in the future chapters.